Welcome back to Danny's Karma, where the universe speaks and the vibe is real. As you enter, don't forget to hit the like button, please, and thank you, so we can get your energy in here. We're going to be doing the energy for the week. For those of you that have not checked my post recently, I just launched another candle for peace, abundance, and love. All right. And those are actually for the first 20 people that purchase it. There is a promo code. If you're interested, go look because it's like dirt cheap right now. I made one for my husband. So he thought it was so funny. He was like, we need all that right now, especially peace, because your mother's about to come in town. So yeah. Hey D. Hey Marcus. Hey NN. Hey Rashida. Hey everyone. All right. You sure did, boo. So again, promo code, big discount, like big discount, dirt cheap, pretty much free. All you're paying is like really probably the shipping. Which shipping is free, but you know what I mean. I'm paying for the shipping pretty much. But yeah, dirt cheap. So go and get yours for the first 20 people. I think there's probably like 10 left on that discount code. FYI, it is on my Instagram story and on my YouTube community board. The discount code is there. Okay. All right, let's start. Let's look at your week from today to Saturday. Let's start with Aries. For the Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. For the Aries, what's this week looking like? For the Aries, what's this week looking like for the Aries? Okay, Three of Wands. Some of you guys could be traveling. Page of Wands. Oh, okay. Five of Cups. Five of Swords. What are you getting impatient about? And the Moon. Pisces, Scorpio energy. Three of Wands. Knight of Cups. Oh, Page of Wands, Seven of Swords, Five of Cups, Ace of Swords, Five of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, the Moon, and the Emperor. That's you. Ten of Pentacles. What's the Three of Wands? The Death, Scorpio energy, Knight of Cups, the World, the Wheel of Fortune, Seven of Swords, the Four of Cups, Five of Cups, Ace of Swords, the Devil. Okay. Three of Swords and the King of Wands. Heavy Aries energy, Sagittarius and Leo. Interesting energy, Aries. Some of you guys, there's a disappointment here because maybe there's like something that you've been waiting for. For some of you with the Ten of Pentacles, it could be a family situation. It could be someone that you were waiting to, Knight of Cups, bring you some kind of offer. But I feel like even though there's some kind of disappointment that there was like somebody could be avoiding you or there's some kind of avoidance, some of you guys are not talking to somebody. There's a realization here it's very clear to you that it's kind of better off that way, even though you're disappointed. All right. So for some of you, like if you were waiting for contact from someone and you didn't get it, it was like, but it's just better off still. The Ace of Swords, the Devil, and the Five of Cups, Capricorn energy. So the disappointment still comes with the realization when like, okay, that person didn't hit me up, but it's better off, or that didn't come through for me. It's better off because it wasn't something healthy. It was something maybe you were feeling attached to or feeling that something was with the Devil toxic. All right. Five of Swords, Three of Swords, and a Knight of Pentacles, though. Let's see. So for some of you, this could be someone like that has been very jealous. Okay. Someone that feel there's a possessive energy here. Knight of Wands. Yeah. Some of you guys again realize that you were in a situation or you were waiting for someone that you know was just going to be sabotaging to you, even though it's still a painful, it's still something upsetting that something didn't occur the way that you wanted to, something didn't take off fast enough, there was a lot of delays, there was something like that. What's this Ten of Pentacles? The Six of Wands. For some of you, this could be even disappointment that you were waiting for a promotion, you were waiting for some kind of recognition. But again, amongst the disappointment, it feels like Five of Cups, the Devil, and the Ace of Swords, you have a very strong like indication. There's clarity behind this that whatever is not for you is just not for you. So there's an acceptance here still. So that's why you're showing up in a bit of a possessive energy. What's the Devil, the King of Wands, and the Emperor, the Knight of Swords, the Sun, yeah, and the Three of Pentacles. For some of you, this could be something at work. All right. Some of you guys were expecting to get probably just appreciation here. All right. With the Six of Wands, again, recognition, a promotion, something like that. This could have been a bonus. But again, the disappointment comes around realizing that with the Five of Cups and the Devil, the Hermit, the Seven of Wands, and the Lovers, maybe something didn't happen because it wasn't for you. There was maybe some kind of form of protection for those of you. This could, if this was a promotion or if it is a promotion, it comes with also realizing that, you know, with this promotion maybe comes more work, less money, something like that. What's the Five of Swords, the Three of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles, Ten of Wands? But I see you being a bit burdened. It was like something, again, you wanted something to move forward, to create some kind of growth in a situation, but I feel like it's either delayed or it's just not happening this week. So I see you being a little bit obsessive over it. What's the Ace of Swords? Yeah, the Strength, the Six of Cups, and the High Priestess. The Lovers, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Star. It's almost like you were wishing for something. For some of you, this could be someone from your past with the Six of Cups and the High Priestess that you're not talking to. Utah in the house. Hey, love. Hey, Melissa. What else for the Aries this week? This is very specific. The Two of Cups, the High Priestess again, and the Four of Pentacles. So I feel like you're not speaking to someone, Aries. You're holding back from this individual. The Tower, the Nine of Cups, and the King of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Heavy Pisces energy. Queen of Swords, the Hierophant, and the Two of Pentacles. I feel like eventually you'll get over it, though. Let me run another energy. This was like so, like, it was specific but very vague. Anything for the Aries this week? Anything else for the Aries? For the Aries this week? Anything else for the Aries this week? Page of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Wands. The Ace of Wands and the Hangman. The Page of Pentacles, the Five of Swords. The Two of Pentacles, the Judgment. The Nine of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles. Nine of Wands, Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, Hangman, and the King of Pentacles. Seven of Wands. What's that? The Hermit. Virgo energy, Sagittarius energy, Ten of Swords. Six of Cups, Seven of Cups, Eight of Cups, and the Strength, and the Queen of Wands. What's the Ten of Swords and the Judgment? The Four of Pentacles. So I feel like, Aries, you're making a decision to, again, I guess, end something with someone. There was something that you were in limbo about with the Two of Pentacles. For some of you, you felt like someone or a situation kept you in limbo. Now, you could take this as Page of Pentacles, work, okay? But it feels like there's something about a ghosting energy. Again, the same thing. It's just becoming a little bit more specific. Somebody could have ghosted you, or you could have block someone out for ghosting you. And it's almost like, again, Judgment, Four of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles is like, I'm not going to have anyone keep me in limbo. I'm not going to have anyone or a situation keep me in like some kind of one foot in, one foot out. It's either yes or no. It's either black and white. There's no gray. All right. Take it in work. Take it as far as a relationship. So for some of you, this could definitely be you becoming single or you not entertaining an option anymore. Nine of Pentacles, Six of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles, King of Swords. And that can come with the acceptance. Like, I'd rather be single, or I'd rather not take that promotion if they're going to be iffy about me. If you're not choosing me, then I don't want it. That's what this feels like. Nine of Wands, Seven of Cups, and Ace of Cups. Yeah. For some of you, this was something that you were really hoping for, right? It's again, if this is love, you could have been hoping that, this situation could definitely be taking the next step. All right. If this is a work situation, you felt like it was a promotion or something that you felt very deserving of, you were very hopeful about it. But again, it still comes with that realization in, if you're not choosing me, then I'm good. All right. Ace of Wands, Eight of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. It's almost like I realize that whatever's not for me will not pass me by. Whatever's for me will not pass me by. Whatever's not for me, then, but we still feel disappointed over it, right? Hangman, the Queen of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. Temperance, Ace of Pentacles, and the Five of Wands. For some of you, again, this could have been a job, a promotion, as I said, okay? But this is a very competitive energy. And I feel like whatever Aries I'm speaking to, even though there's the disappointment, somebody could have ghosted you, a love situation didn't turn out as you wanted it to, an option, a dating situation, a promotion, a job that you were applying for. There was a lot of competition behind whatever this is. And it's almost like I mean, it's not really you taking an L. It's really more so I rather not be here. You know what I mean? I rather just go ahead and, yeah, go ahead and just kind of pass me on by, because I'm not going to be here left stuck, Queen of Wands and the Hangman, in some kind of liminal space. Does that make sense? So it's like Temperance, Ace of Pentacles. I'll go ahead and wait for what's really mine. So, I mean, okay. Tell me about this King of Pentacles. The Magician, the Three of Cups, the Six of Swords, the Four of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Ten of Pentacles. What's the Six of Swords? Seven of Pentacles. For some of you, this could have been an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, heavy Taurus energy, a fire sign like yourself. I have Leo, Air, Aquarius, Pisces, Virgo, and Virgo again. All right, for some of you, again, this could have been a situation where you thought it was going to go to the next level, as far as a relationship, and someone could have gone towards someone else to invest, or somebody could have been simply committed already. Nine of Cups, King of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. And if this is love, Aries, you got other two options right around the corner. All right, that could be a fire sign or a water sign. All right, Taurus. For the Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the Taurus. Hi, Deborah. Hey, NN. Hey, Frankie. I said hey Z already, right? For the Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is this week looking like for the Taurus? Ten of Cups and the Seven of Swords. And I love you, girl. You kill me with those. I love it. Seven of Swords, Ace of Swords, Nine of Wands, and the Three of Cups. What's the Ten of Cups? The Lovers, Gemini energy, Ace of Cups, the Emperor, Aries energy, Five of Swords, Three of Cups, Ten of Wands, the Queen of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords, and the Emperor, Four of Wands, Nine of Wands, Five of Swords, King of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. Oh boy. What's the Ten of Wands? The Eight of Wands, the Knight of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. So there's a conversation, Taurus. Six of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I feel like I got this message for you guys a few times already. But I'm not sure what direction you're heading this time. Where's the Taurus in this? The Hierophant, the Three of Wands, and the King of Swords. So Taurus, I see you leaving one situation for another. This feels like love with the Ten of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and the Lovers. Some of you guys, this could be a separation or a divorce, but it feels like you have someone else here, a soulmate, King and a Queen of Cups. You could be leaving one situation for the next. Now it feels as if you are telling the person that you're committed to or married to that there's someone else here. Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Wands. I feel like you're dropping a third party situation. Right? I don't feel like you're dropping the third party. I feel like you're dropping the situation in itself and becoming exclusive towards someone else. For some of you, this is someone going towards a third party or you going towards a third party, but I feel like you're going towards a soulmate. Six of Swords, yeah. Four of Cups. There's like a avoidance with this Queen of Swords, and I feel like this Queen of Swords, the World, there's an ending here, but you're verbalizing this to this person, and it feels like the person that you, Queen of Swords, Page of Pentacles, the Empress, you could have a child with, Nine of Cups. This is someone that you have children with, you could have been married to. But it feels like you're leaving a commitment somewhere that you've already invested time in, all right, to go towards somewhere else, because I feel like you have clarity, Ace of Swords, Four of Wands, and the Emperor as to where you want to step up, where you want to be at, all right? It's not where you're at, it's where you want to be. Nine of Wands, King of Cups, and the Five of Swords, Three of Swords. I feel like in whatever situation this is, obviously it's very painful, but it's almost like you're ready to make that decision, or ready to make that change. And again, there's a communication here. You're telling someone very straight up, I'm not happy here. Three of Pentacles, Page of Cups, Nine of Cups, Two of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords. For some of you, you may feel like there's some kind of restriction here. Ten of Swords, yeah, the Tower, and the Knight of Cups. And it feels like you could be making, it feels a little bit abrupt. I mean, even though this could have been with the Seven of Swords, some kind of strategic plan, but it feels like the conversation is coming up abruptly and telling someone, listen, I don't want to be here anymore. I'm going elsewhere. All right, so Queen of Cups, Five of Cups, Six of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Two of Wands, and the Judgment. For some of you, this is very specific. You could have gotten an ultimatum from a third party, and this is what's kind of bringing light under your ass to tell the person that you were committed to, married to, you have children with. All right, listen, this is a done deal. I'm about to head out. It feels as if there's something that's kind of weighing on your conscience and on your conscience way too much. And it feels like Five of Cups, Six of Pentacles. You don't want to be breadcrumbing. You don't want to play that double-edged sword. All right. Now take the energies to resonate. For some of you, this is someone doing this to you, or this is someone coming towards you. But it feels like the same scenario no matter where you are. Some of you guys, somebody could be coming towards you, leaving someone else. You could be going towards someone, leaving someone else, or you're the one being left. All right. But it feels as if it's the Taurus going towards where they feel more loved, or, again, King and the Queen of Cups, some kind of soulmate energy, a lot of love here. Heavy water sign. All right, so there's one situation kind of crumbling down and ending. And with the Knight of Cups, someone is heading in another direction. Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. They're about to, solidify something. Or there's a family situation. There's a new opportunity. All right, there's, if this is, it doesn't feel like work, but for those of you this is work, there's more money, a new opportunity. And it feels like I no longer want to be in this restricted energy. I want to go to where I'm satisfied, where I'm emotionally fulfilled. Hey, sis. Hey, Shantae. Hey, love. Hey, sweet Stacy. Hey, Alexis. All right, for the Geminis. The Geminis, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. The people in the chat, if you can drop your zodiac signs, I want to become a little bit more familiarized with you guys. Sometimes I feel the energy, but drop your sun sign in there. Hey, Esther. Hey, love. All right, for the Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What's this week looking like for you? Eight of Wands. Knight of Wands in reverse. King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Knight of Swords. And the Wheel of Fortune. Some of you guys are dealing with the Taurus. Eight of Wands. Page of Pentacles, Knight of Wands in reverse. The Three of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, the King of Wands, Fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Temperance. I'm telling you, this is very similar. Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. There's a conversation here. A very aggressive one. All right. Be careful at work. All right. Be careful at work, Gemini, to not be impulsive. Knight of Wands in reverse. This is a game of chess, not checkers. All right. There's something about being very diplomatic as far as work. Don't let someone get you out of character. Try not to snap. All right, because it's your bread and butter, right? Some of you guys have an option between two, but there's a conversation that you're having with someone. Wheel of Fortune and the Temperance. There's been a situation that you've been kind of patient about. You've been going to kind of like someone beat up somebody's drum. All right. Eight of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. The Eight of Cups. Some of you guys could be giving someone an ultimatum, or somebody's giving you the ultimatum. Knight of Wands in reverse and the Three of Pentacles. Judgment. Yeah, Knight of Wands in reverse. The Tower. There's like an argument here. All right. If it feels very passionate, times 10. King of Pentacles, King of Wands, the Lovers. Some of you guys have an option between two. Tell me about this King of Pentacles, Page of Swords, King of Wands, and the Star. What's this? King of Pentacles, Three of Cups, ooh, and the Ace of Swords. Ay, ay, ay. All right, King of Wands, Star, the Ten of Swords. You could be putting an end to one of these situations. I don't know. For some of you, if you have two people in your energy, someone knows about the other person. Somebody here could be getting caught. I'm just not sure where you are. Knight of Swords, Queen. Yeah, again, there is something about, it's like someone is trying to avoid the inevitable, or a conversation that has been kind of like pending. There's like a pending status here, and somebody is ready to have this, which I feel like it's you, Gemini, and others. There's someone here in your energy that has been avoiding this. Seven of Swords, Ten of Wands. Somebody could be avoidant. All right, the Wheel of Fortune and the Temperance. Yeah, and the Moon. See, and the thing is that your patience is kind of wearing thin. Your patience is wearing thin in a situation, Emperor, and you're about to boss up some way, somehow. Where's the Gemini in this? The Two of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Page of Wands, the Seven of Wands, the Five of Swords, and the Four of Cups. What's this Page of Wands? The King of Swords, the Eight of Swords, and the Seven of Cups. You feel it's almost the same energy as the Taurus. I'm telling you, some of you guys are dealing with the Taurus, or you have a very strong Taurus placement. Some of you guys, again, I don't know if this is like an ultimatum, but you're pretty much with the Knight of Wands in reverse and the Tower, death. You could be impulsively putting something to an end. Now, the only reason I say impulsively, it feels like someone is triggering you. Somebody pushes you to that, and you just like, you know what, F you and F this, and I'm out. You know what I mean? But it feels like this was something that was pending anyways. Almost like you knew that this situation was about to come to an end, but somebody was avoiding this some way, somehow. What's the Seven of Swords? The Strength, Leo energy, Three of Swords. For some of you, didn't want to like let someone down, or somebody didn't want to let you down, so it was like the conversation was kind of like on the back burner. But I feel like there's something that happens over the week with the Ten of Wands, that something becomes a little bit burdensome and somebody snaps. What's this? Emperor, the Moon, the Temperance, and the Wheel of Fortune, the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, the Ace of Pentacles and the Chariot. Some of you guys were delaying some kind of ending, all right? Delaying moving towards a new opportunity. Again, this could be work, this could be love. It feels very similar to the Taurus energy, as I keep saying, but it's almost like whatever you thought with the Star that was going to be longevity, I was going to, end up with this person, Ten of Swords, you're putting that to a rest. Why? Seven of Wands, Queen of Cups, and a Nine of Cups. You feel like something is not emotionally fulfilling anymore, and you feel like someone is really keeping you, or a situation is keeping you from your emotional fulfillment, from your happy ending. Eight of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the Page of Swords. You start feeling like something isn't working anymore. What's the Page of Swords and the Hermit? Page of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, and the Two of Swords. Gemini, for those of you that are dealing with two people, okay, one of these people feel it in your energy that this was going to happen, or they feel that you have been distracted. With the Hermit and the Page of Swords, it's like a spying energy, but I also feel like for some of you, maybe someone isn't spying. Maybe someone just feels energetically you're off. You're not there anymore. What's this Hermit and the Page of Swords? The Four of Swords. You see, someone is like overthinking. They feel it from your energy that something is off. So again, I don't know if you're getting caught. I don't know if they've already caught you. I don't know if energetically they feel that you're getting distracted, or you're distracted elsewhere. But I feel like, again, there's an argument. There's a situation that puts you kind of like off the cliff, all right, pushes you. You kind of just tell this person, listen, we're done, and you end up going towards a new opportunity. All right, for some of you, again, I don't know if you felt bad as to why you didn't do it before, but this week you may be getting this done. Gemini, if you're done with delay, double tap and go be free. Ah, that's cute. Cancer. For the Cancers, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. For the Cancers, what's this week looking like? Let me say hi to everyone. Hey, Sugar. Hey, Anna. Hey, love. Scorpiona. Hey, love. Hey, Sandra. Hey, Sam. All right, for the Cancers, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What's this week looking like for the Cancers? The Nine of Wands, the Justice, Libra energy, and the Ace of Swords. The Four of Wands and the Page of Cups. The Ten of Pentacles, Justice, the Judgment. Okay, Ace of Swords, Knight of Wands, Five of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles. Some of you guys are getting some kind of payout. Some of you guys are definitely getting justice in a legal situation. Some of you guys are getting karmic justice here. There's some kind of quick communication here. Some of you guys could have been dealing with like some kind of battle or divorce or legal situation that's been dragged out. It's been fights and bickering, and there's some kind of resolution. Let's see. Ten of Swords. Some of you guys could have been fighting over like property. All right. Justice and the Judgment. Seven of Wands. There could have been a lot of blockages, delays. Queen of Cups, Two of Swords, and the King of Cups. What's the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Cups? The Hermit, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands. What's that about? Ace of Wands. Some of you guys could be getting contact from someone, like an apology, and there's some kind of like karmic justice here. Fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. Justice, Seven of Wands, and the Judgment, Six of Swords. There's some kind of blockage that's being removed for you this week, Cancer. Knight of Wands, Nine of Cups. Somebody could be returning after betraying you, and you're getting karmic justice in the situation. Two of Swords, Five of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles. I'm not sure how receptive you're gonna be though, because you feel Two of Swords and a Five of Wands. You're very blocked from this person. It's almost like you have some kind of internal battle about this person, or you feel some kind of way. Five of Wands. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. Somebody took a while to come back and make something right. Ace of Wands, the Eight of Cups, the High Priestess, and Queen of Swords. And I feel like you're pretty much turning your back to whoever this is. What's this Ace of Pentacles? The Moon and the Ten of Cups. I feel like you don't want to take whatever opportunity that is coming towards you, or this apology, because with the Moon and the Ten of Cups, you feel like, you're no longer like happiness doesn't lay here anymore, doesn't lie here anymore. Ten of Swords, yeah, the Chariot. I feel like somebody betrayed you. And some of you guys could have been questioning, like, damn, why did you do me like this? How did you, like the whys? And I feel like the whys may be getting answered this week, because there is some kind of quick communication here. Yeah, Two of Cups. For some of you, this is definitely a relationship. All right, King and Queen of Pentacles. Some of you guys invested time, effort. All right, this was a commitment. And I feel like now you're just you don't want this person back anymore. You've turned your back towards this person. Why are they coming back in this week? The Death, the Eight of Swords, and the Ten of Wands. The King of Wands, the Five of Cups, and the Temperance. What's this King of Wands? The Tower. For some of you, because there's two couples here. All right, King and the Queen of Wands. Somebody could have been, there's a disappointment around another relationship, and that's why this person is coming back. But I feel like regardless, this is some kind of karmic justice for you. Your karmic justice may be just this person coming back to apologize and realizing that shit did not end up well. All right, the Tower. How is the Cancer going to feel about this? The Fool, the Ace of Cups, and the Seven of Cups. I feel like some of you guys are already off to something else, but I feel like whatever this is, it creates peace within yourself. I mean, come on, let's be honest, right? We're not going to be playing holier than thou here. If somebody betrays you, there is a sense of validation and satisfaction to realize, okay, everything that goes around comes back around. And I feel like that's how you feel, even though you don't want this person back. With the Four of Pentacles, the Temperance, and the Three of Pentacles, you realize, like, my peace is without you. All right. And I feel like some of you guys have other opportunities, other options in love. Seven of Cups, Six of Wands, Nine of Swords. Yeah. And the Eight of Swords. I feel like for some of you, this may actually push you now into wanting to date. All right. Or push you now. It's like it gave you some kind of boost. All right. Into wanting to go back out there and entertain people. All right. Because with the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Swords, maybe there was something around this situation that you felt was still restricting you. It's almost like you're getting closure. Hangman. Yeah. King of Wands and the Four of Cups. For some of you, there was a sense of rejection here. I hope this made sense. It made sense in my brain. All right, Leo. For the Leos, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. For the Leos, what's this week looking like? The Star and the Empress. Okay, Aquarius, Taurus, Libra energy, Ace of Cups. Wow. Okay. You're getting like this feels like celebrity status. Some of you guys could be going viral. All right. If you have some kind of like platform like that, the Ten of Wands, the Death, Scorpio energy, Eight of Pentacles, the Hermit, Virgo energy, Page of Pentacles, King of Cups, Water sign, Knight of Cups, the Star and the Ten of Wands, Eight of Wands. What's the Eight of Wands and the Star? The Page of Swords, Six of Cups, the Hierophant, the Tower. What's the Tower and the Hermit? Queen of Wands, Fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, Three of Wands. Where is the Leos in this? The Five of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles. The King of Wands, the Five of Wands, and the Three of Cups. Is that where they're at? Chariot. You know, Leo, I feel like someone here wants to really get back into your energy and heal something. I almost feel kind of bad. All right. Don't shoot the messenger. It's just the way they're coming up. It's like someone is like really wanting to be with you, but I feel as if you're working on something else. You are with someone else or you're moving towards someone else. And it feels like this is someone that's really stressed out about like, damn, are we not going to ever be together? I feel like somebody here is like, there's communication coming in, but with the Ten of Wands is like their energy is super heavy, even though they're trying to balance themselves. It's like they're coming in with heaviness on their chest. Two of Pentacles and a Four of Cups, but when they present themselves to you or when they have this conversation, they're going to try to act very balanced because they don't want you to feel as if you're rejecting them. They don't want you to see that energy of rejection. At the Empress, the Six of Cups and the Death, Seven of Cups. I feel like this is a situation where this is a done deal for you. And Ace of Cups, the Hierophant, and Eight of Pentacles. There's someone else here. I don't feel like you don't entertain this conversation. Hermit, the Tower, and the Page of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, King of Pentacles. I feel like you want to avoid this, but you low-key feel bad for this person. But I feel like you're kind of like long gone. What's the Three of Wands, Knight of Cups, the Seven of Wands, yeah, the Eight of Cups, and the Queen of Cups? For some of you, you may have children with this person or the Empress, okay? There could have been something about a pregnancy, maybe that didn't go to term or something like that. What's the Death? Yeah, I feel like you're kind of moving on towards something else. And somebody really wants to heal something with you. The Magician, the Ace of Pentacles, they want a chance. They want another chance. But I feel like you're kind of long gone. If you've already emotionally detached, Seven of Wands, King of Swords. I don't know if you even think about this person anymore. Out of sight, out of mind. And where's the Leo? Six of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and a Five of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, the Chariot. Yeah, you're kind of moved on. Five of Pentacles, Three of Cups. For some of you, I don't know if you left someone for someone else or this person could have left you for someone else, but there is abandonment here. All right. And I feel like there is communication, like, damn, let's really make it work. But I see you being kind of fulfilled elsewhere and someone just staying heartbroken. Okay. King and the Queen of Cups, Six of Swords, Queen of Swords, and the Fool. Yeah. You're having some kind of new beginning. All right. For those of you that new love isn't here yet, that could be right around the corner. You could be having a new beginning all by yourself. But I feel as if this person is not even kind of like, you don't even think about them at this point. Anything else? Two of Swords, the Devil, ooh, and the Five of Cups. That them? Two of Cups. I mean, damn. This person feels very blocked and like depressed. I low-key feel bad. All right. I low-key feel bad. So that's definitely something that you may have to deal with. Um, why is the Tower and the Hermit, the Two of Wands, the Five of Wands, and the Emperor? I feel like, if you could avoid this, you would, but I don't know. It feels like you kind of wrestle with the thought on just hearing them out. And I feel like it's because you feel bad about it too. All right. Or the way this person is coming towards you, you understand like they're hurt. All right. But I see you having a new beginning. I see you being like, do, 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 do. Nothing is bothering me. Some of you guys could be traveling. Some of you guys are boot up. Some of you guys are just, there's a lot of self-love here. So I mean, this week was pretty much about them. All right. I have air sign, Aquarius, Cancer, air sign again, heavy water sign, fire sign, Leo, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, Taurus, earth sign. You have it all here. Scorpio, heavy Scorpio. Oh shit, that's crazy. This just happened yesterday. He's locked up. Father of my older children. What? Hey, I'm your Torontian friend, Scorpio friend. Hey, love. Damn. I kind of I felt bad. All right, Virgo. For the Virgos, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the Virgos. What's this week looking like? Don't forget to hit the like button for me, please, and thank you. For the Virgos. What's this week looking like? Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, Ten of Swords. Is Aries and Saturn yet? Because what is going on? The Four of Swords and the Moon, Scorpio, Pisces. And the Knight of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, Ten of Swords, Three of Pentacles. Be careful with what do I want to say? Be careful with your money this week, Virgo. I'm not trying to put this out there because I hate saying this, but some of you guys may be getting laid off or you could be losing a job. Four of Swords, yeah, Five of Swords, the Moon, the Six of Cups, and the Knight of Swords and the Ten of Cups. Okay. Queen of Wands. Some of you guys may just feel like you have a lot on your plate. The Fool. What's the Ten of Wands? The Four of Wands. Some of you guys, you could be like fixing your home, or there could be like a lot of renovations. Ten of Swords and the Three of Pentacles, Six of Swords. Some of you guys could be moving away from a job situation. Seven of Wands, yeah. Even though it feels burdensome, I mean, even though it feels like, like if you're losing a job or you're moving away, it feels hard, right? When it comes to finances, I feel like there's almost like a weight lifted. Some of you guys felt like there was no like work-life balance. Four of Swords and the Five of Swords. The Tower, Scorpio energy, the World. I feel like this too shall pass though, because I see you closing out this cycle. The Moon and Six of Cups, Four of Cups. What's the Moon? The Knight of Wands, okay. Knight of Swords and the Ten of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles. Something comes in though. So some of you guys could be leaving a job, all right? And it feels a bit like stressful, like, okay, now what? The Moon, the Four of Cups, and the Six of Cups. How I'm gonna make this work? But it almost feels as if you did something with the Empress that was kind of like fulfilling for yourself, right? Something could have been weighing very heavy on you. No life work balance, working a lot, all right? And it feels like you feel kind of like with the Fool free from this, all right? I feel like whatever insecurities that you may have, something comes in this week. A Knight of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups. There's another opportunity here. Ace of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, the Two of Wands, yes, and the Lovers. You have another like sense of direct, you have another direction. You're being kind of redirected. What's the Knight of Wands and the Moon? Three of Cups. Oh boy, here's another message though. What is that about? The Queen of Wands, the Chariot, and the Page of Pentacles. There's someone here that you don't trust, though. Someone here that you could be connecting with. The Moon and the Knight of Wands. Somebody could be a very immature or very Three of Cups, like always wanting to party, dealing with other people. There could be someone else in the mix here. There could be like a third party situation. All right. I feel like Three of Swords, Two of Wands, and the Lovers. Some of you guys could be pushed to like move in another direction. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. King of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, and the Judgment. I feel like you could be making like a final judgment call on someone and moving away and just waiting for your person. All right. The King of Pentacles, this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or the person that you feel like is going to give you some kind of stability, because there's someone very immature, very flighty, inconsistent here with the Four of Cups that you feel is just giving you kind of like breadcrumbs or scraps. This is not something that you feel content in. What does this person want? The Five of Cups, the Seven of Swords, and the King of Wands. The Seven of Cups, the Death, and the Page of Swords. The Hangman. For some of you, this person just wants to keep you stuck so you don't move on to someone else. All right, so they're just trying to sneak back in. But with the Five of Cups, this is such a disappointment. Hi, Liz. This is such a disappointment. What else for the Virgos this week? The Wheel of Fortune, the Temperance, and the Ten of Pentacles. Virgo, whatever it is that you're going through, blockages, restrictions, money loss, a job opportunity, or something, you know, restrictions around finances, stability, loss, a job, you know, Wheel of Fortune, Temperance, and the Ten of Pentacles, you know, Spirit got you. All right, Spirit got you. Ten of Pentacles and the Temperance is right around the corner. Page of Cups, King of Swords, and the King of Pentacles. Some of you guys have a better work situation with even more money coming up. All right. And if this is also about that love situation, okay, you got a whole like businessman or a businesswoman coming into your life. The Emperor, the Hierophant. What did I freaking say in the Seven of Pentacles? Somebody that's really going to show you effort. All right. I mean, someone that's really serious about you, stable. All right. For some of you, this is someone in like corporate or some of a bigwig. All right. With the Hierophant and Seven of Pentacles, this is also someone that's wise, elevated. Seven of Pentacles, someone that's had past experiences. All right. Two of Swords, Queen of Wands, and the Star. What's the Two of Swords? Yeah, Eight of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. This is not someone that's going to be here, there, and everywhere. Some of you guys are, there's like some kind of like little Tim in your energy. All right. That's not even worth it. But you already know that, because I see that you are, again, Two of Wands and the Lovers getting redirected. Hey, Martinez. For the Libras. Hey, Goddess. My man, my man, my man. I love that. For the Libras, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. For the Libras, what's this week looking? What does, for the Libras, what's this week looking like for the Libras? Hey, Crystal. The World, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Star, Aquarius energy. The High Priestess, Virgo, Pisces energy, and Justice. Wow. Okay. That's you, Libra energy, Hangman, Page of Wands, Ten of Swords, Six of Swords, and the Four of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. What's that about? Page of Cups. What's the Hangman? Temperance. Some of you guys are going to be getting a lot of downloads. Be very... Ooh, hold on for 1 second. Sorry. When I tell you, like, you know, when somebody scares you and your soul jumps out of your body, I just had that experience. And like my whole just goosebumps. Some of you guys may have that kind of moment, okay? And there's something about you paying attention to that. So dreams, downloads, something like that. Something is definitely coming from one of your guides, okay? If you guys believe in angels, your archangel, there's something like that here. And that just literally happened. Like my soul just came out of my body. Eight of Pentacles and the Page of Wands, King of Cups. What's this about? The Queen of Wands, the Star and the Ten of Swords, the Devil, the High Priestess and the Six of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Justice and the Four of Swords, and the Four of Wands. There's a lot of like spiritual energy here about you moving by faith and not by sight. And I feel like that's like a message for you this week. Like what you thought at one point you wanted, there's an epiphany here and realizing like that was shit. No offense, Libra. I mean, that comes with growth, right? What's the Devil, Ten of Swords, and the Star? The Nine of Swords. What's the Star? The Chariot. There's something. What is this about, though? I was gonna say love. All right. There's something very spiritual here for you this week. I'm just not sure if this is being triggered by someone that you meet or someone that you can come and count into count into like encounter with a friend, someone that you may meet. This could be a very like big spiritual awakening for you this week. This could be the energy of again a dream download or someone coming to your life. It could even be for a split second. But that encounter is so important about realizing that the way you were looking at maybe a love situation, the things that you may idolize within love or something that you were attached to, there's something that you realize with the Ten of Swords, the Nine of Swords, and the Devil, the Star, it comes with healing. I'm going to give you a very personal example because I feel like I need to. You know, I don't feel any kind of shame about my past at all. So this would be the energy of when I realized that I was attaching. There was a very how could I explain this? Because it's very hard to kind of even say it out loud. Um like from a past experience where I was, you know, I was a domestic I was in a domestic violence situation. The way the When I got an epiphany of that, the issue with me was that I was relating love to abuse. Once you realize that darkness or that trauma within you, something changes. The High Priest is the Queen of Pentacles. It's like there's a shift here that changes for you, but I'm not sure if it has to do with some kind of encounter. This could be something quick, Page of Wands, like a quick conversation. Something here changes your view, and you realize not only, damn, do I need healing, but you start visualizing or there's a concept around love. You know what I mean? That now shifts for you. What is it that's triggering this for the Libras this week? The Eight of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups. This could be, I'm telling you, a conversation. What's the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups? The Moon, heavy Pisces energy, Five of Wands, and the Three of Swords. Something is triggering you this week. Again, that's going to boost your self-confidence. All right. Something is going to trigger you this week that obviously is, you know, I don't feel like every change is easy. And maybe this realization will not be easy, but it's definitely moving you into a whole different mentality. It's creating some kind of justice and elevation for you. And what you felt at one point in time that you wanted in a relationship, or you wanted in a man, or you wanted a woman, was just kind of like not healthy. All right. Or this could be you feeling like that was just like basic. So there's a bar that's set higher that pushes you into some kind of elevation this week. And it comes from, again, a conversation, a download, a dream. So be very much aware of that. It's like your senses are going to be super heightened this week. But again, it's almost is guiding you into a whole different Libra. Does that make sense? It's definitely going to create some kind of transformation within you. And the transformation is going to, people are going to realize this. Thank you, boo. What else? The Hierophant, the Five of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles. The High Priestess and the Hierophant. The Six of Cups. The Seven of Wands and the King of Swords. Interesting. For some of you, this could be you now looking back at a twin flame situation, at a marriage that you could have been in, at some kind of soul contract. Something here from your past. You could be realizing that you could have been holding some kind of resentment, or you could have you were regretting something that happened to you in the past, right? But you realize that this is everything that you needed to go through in order to be here, which is that spiritual ascension. Does that make sense? So this is, again, a very spiritual week for you. What's the Five of Swords? The Strength, Leo energy, the Three of Swords, yep, and the Hermit. I'm telling you, whatever this is going to make you really look deep within. For some of you, it may be very uncomfortable. They could literally bring you to tears, but it feels like a purge. That's what this feels like. What's the Justice, Four of Wands, and the Four of Swords? Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, Ace of Wands, and the Nine of Cups. I feel like, again, whatever this is, whatever shift this is, okay, some of you guys, you feel like love was just taking a very long time. Maybe there was something within your stability that was taking a long time. All right, for those of you that are members, go look at your Libra next biggest blessing reading. I think that's a very important reading for you. There's something probably about that this week. All right. So maybe you realize, like, damn, the stability, whatever that was keeping you blocked from some kind of blessing, now it's actually going to come into fruition because you needed to be at a certain point. The divine was waiting for you to get some kind of ascension, move past some kind of unhealthy thought process, limiting belief, restriction here in order for you to get some kind of wish fulfillment. So if this week feels very emotional, okay, this could be like a purge that you're going through. This is my moon sign, exactly what happened to me. My girl is always on point, really interesting. And it being a moon sign, I mean, that's everything. That's your emotions, right? I mean, the way I look at this is a beautiful reading. But when you're in the battlefield this week, it may not feel that way. Trust me, when you're hit with realizations about you, when you're hit with the unhealthiness about you, it's triggering and it's painful and it's hurtful. But once you are able to assign that purpose, once you're able to say, fuck, if I really didn't feel this way, if that feelings didn't come up, if I didn't cry that way, if I, how would we ever be our better selves, our higher self? How would we ever come into that energy? Anything else for the Libras this week? It was just so weird the way that your reading happened just now. Like, my daughter was just literally standing there, but it's dark. And like, how you're so focused and you just look over and you're like, like my whole, literally, my entire spirit came out of my body, like my soul. I'm sure you guys have had that moment. When you're like dreaming and you feel like you're about to fall and you're falling and you jump, and that kind of feeling just happened. It is absolutely necessary. Yes. Anything else for the Libras this week? Family, bro. Why did you have to take me here? King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Queen, King of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, the Sun, the Tower, and the Eight of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, the Page of Cups, the Sun, the Four of Wands, and the Ten of Cups. Wow. The Six of Wands. What's the Ten of Wands? Queen of Pentacles, Six of Wands, the King of, see, there's something here about a relationship that you were in, or you're leaving, or you've released. King of Wands in the Moon, Chariot. Some of you guys, you were dealing with someone super like possessive, unhealthy. And King of Cups and the Knight of Cups, the Devil. Someone that maybe was like all sweet talk, panty dropper, baja panty kind of energy. Someone that you were stressing about. But again, here comes the moment of like Zen, the moment of like just quiet. All right. The Tower and the Four of Wands, the King of Swords, it changes your perception instantly. I'm telling you, it's like a light bulb moment, but it's bigger than just that. It's not just like a aha. No, it's bigger than that, right? But it shifts your perception because now the Ten of Cups, you're looking at something totally different. What's the Sun, the Empress, and the Temperance? There's a lot of peace here. The Ten of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Three of Wands. I'm telling you, for some of you, this is definitely attached to a love situation. Someone that you were holding on to, someone, I don't like to say the word idolizing, but there is a relationship that you were just like, that man, that woman is for me. And you start realizing like, yo, that person is shitty. What does that say about me, right? And again, it feels like Ten of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Three of Wands. Like you're now looking forward to where your bar should have been set to begin with, because there's now peace and happiness that comes within you. The Queen of Wands, there's confidence here, but it comes with, again, that deep introspection to shift your focus. I don't know why I feel like you're going to meeting someone, though. I do feel that there's someone here that you're meeting, but I feel like your message, it kind of doesn't want to be tied into the focus point of you meeting someone. Maybe you're talking to someone. All right. I feel like the spiritual message is what you need this week. So if it feels uncomfortable, just know that you are exactly where you need to be, because this here needed to be triggered. Whew. Okay, let's get out of your energy, Libra, because what the freak? Scorpio. For the Scorpios, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What's this week looking like for the Scorpios? Two of Swords in reverse. And the Seven of Wands. Okay, Scorpio's like, I said what I said. You're 10 toes down, Eight of Swords on a situation. Let's see. The Moon, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups. Maybe a knot. Let's see. Two of Wands, Seven of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, the Temperance, Six of Cups, and the Three of Pentacles. Seven of Swords, Five of Swords. You're avoiding someone. All right. You're avoiding someone this week. And it's so funny because your avoidance comes from realizing that if I don't dodge this person, I'm just going to end up back into their energy. I'm just going to end up back kind of swept right into their bullshit. Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords. Yeah, Page of Swords. There's like accountability here, Scorpio. You're like weak on the knees over someone, and you feel like I need to avoid this person. Some of you guys may work with this person, or there is a place that you frequent that you need to purposely avoid. Some of you guys could be like calling out deliberately because you know that you don't want to be kind of swept back into the situation. Some of you guys also need to be very careful about gossip, entertaining gossip, or people around you just, whatever. The moon and the nine of pentacles. Yeah, five of wands. There's something very much internal inside of you that's fighting whatever this is, because you know, if I go ahead and I frequent that place again, if I go back to that place, if I go to work today, I mean, how does that work if you work with this person? But you know what I mean? I'm just gonna kind of be swept right in. This is a, like an out of sight, out of mind situation. Seven of pentacles and the temperance, ace of wands, six of cups and the three of pentacles, justice. I don't know how long though this can you're gonna keep up, because I do see you balancing something out with this person. Six of cups, justice and the three of pentacles, the hierophant, the page of pentacles, and the six of swords. What's the six of swords? The eight of cups. Whoever this person is, there could be a compromise that you're coming. I don't know if you would admit this to this person though, Scorpio. It feels like you know someone is a sabotage to your energy. You know that someone is like, it's like you're purposely avoiding, you're dodging a situation because you know there's a sabotage behind it. This is almost like, you know, like a vape addiction. It's like if I don't buy one, then I know I can't smoke one, right? Me. You know what I mean? I mean, I whatever. But you know, it is like, you know, some of you guys, this could be like an addiction. This could be like, you know, if I don't have liquor in my house, I know I'm not gonna drink it. If I just like hide all my cards, I don't keep cash on me, something like that. It's like you're avoiding something purposely because you know you have a weakness for it, and it plays with your self-esteem when you're around this person, or when you give this situation energy. And then, you know, it's like one of those situations where you're dealing with someone, it's like a situationship. You kind of feel more than what you should at this point, right? Many of us think that we can deal with situationships, we can deal with booty calls. No, we can't. Who we fooling? We're gonna end up falling in love, and then now jokes on us because that person is like, yo, I told you I don't want anything, something like that, right? So this is a situation where you're like, you know, if I give this person energy, if I give the situation my energy, how do I feel when they leave? How do I feel the next day? I'm right back to square one, right? And I feel like it's like you're fighting yourself on this. I just don't know how much longer, because I see, what's this justice here? Six of cups, three of pentacles, the hermit, the page of wands, yeah, and the magician. I don't know. I see communication. All right. I see communication. I don't know how long you withhold from this situation. It feels like you're trying to emotionally detach. You could be trying to, like, I don't know, maybe when you see them, it's like you're leaving quickly. But I see you entertaining it still. What else this week? The King of Swords, the King of Cups, and the Devil. This person knows how to get to you. Knight of Wands, Nine of Cups, and the Strength. This person knows exactly what to say. They know. You like this toxic shit low key though. Even though you're very well aware that you don't want to be here, but you like it. You like their smooth talk. You like the way they you know, whatever that is for you. It does something for you, but it's just like instant gratification. It's not lasting. And I feel like that's where you're kind of fighting yourself. I feel like all these readings have been cryptic. All right. Somebody here though, you feel rejected. You feel breadcrumbs. All right. And you feel like you stroke this person's ego. So you're very well aware of the situation. Hmm. Anything else for the Scorpios this week? Nine of Pentacles, the Moon, again, the King of Cups, the Temperance, and the Five of Cups, the Eight of Swords, the Four of Cups, the Magician, the Six of Wands, and the Eight of Cups. So there's, again, the roller coaster. All right. Overthinking, but knowing this is a sabotage or this is just a situationship. Five of Cups, Eight of Cups, Three of Cups, the Hangman, and the Two of Wands. But I kind of see you entertaining this person still. Eight of Wands, King of Pentacles, and the Ten of Wands, Ten of Wands. But again, see, it brings you burdens, right? This feels like a textbook situationship to where we have fun when it's in the moment. And then when you leave, it's like you think about, well, where's the future? Where am I? You know? Water sign, Gemini, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Pisces, Aquarius, Sagittarius, Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What's this week looking like for the Sag? What's this week looking like for the Sag? Justice, Libra energy. The King of Cups in reverse and the Eight of Swords. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Six of Cups. And the Fool. Aquarius energy. Six of Pentacles. King of Cups in reverse. King of Wands. Four of Pentacles. The Hermit. And the Seven of Cups. Justice and the Six of Cups. The Sun. The King of Cups in reverse. And the King of Wands. Three of Swords. What's the King of Cups in reverse? Seven of Swords. Eight of Swords. Four of Pentacles. Queen of Swords. Ace of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. Sagittarius, Ace of Cups. You guys could be meeting someone this week, or you could be talking to somebody. I feel as if you're doing the breadcrumbing, you're doing the player situation here. King of Cups in reverse. You're maintaining your emotions out of this. All right. You're being a bit emotionally avoidant. All right. Eight of Swords, Four of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. I feel like this person now is like they're overthinking the situation. You know, they feel like they're like now it's something about you being the player. You're that person that we're always talking about. Okay. It feels like you're being very strategic, you're being very logical, and it's like because you want to keep your emotions out of whatever this is. I feel like you have a new opportunity when it comes to love. All right, some of you guys are definitely talking to somebody. The Queen of Wands, all right, King and Queen of Wands, soulmate energy, Four of Wands. But I see you kind of leaving your emotions out of it. It's one of those situations like I ain't gonna be the first one to text you. You need to come to me. You text me, I'm gonna give you, you know, the right amount. That's it. All right. And it feels like with the Three of Swords, Eight of Wands, Knight of Wands. Yeah, you're not trying to be impulsive. You're not trying to do the most. All right. It feels like something happy though. Leo energy, fire sign, air sign, earth sign, Aquarius, Virgo. Two of Wands, Magician. And I feel like this person really wants to create some kind of connection here with you. But again, you're emotionally detaching, or you're keeping yourself emotionally detached until the Fool, the King of Pentacles, and the Seven of Cups. I mean, this feels like networking. It's like we're just dating right now. You could be talking to somebody else here, but it's like you're waiting to see where the situation goes. You're waiting to see if the situation is even going to go towards stability before you even jump into being all, you know, emotional. Empress. Yeah. I mean, I can't blame you. What's the King of Cups in reverse? The Judgment. Yeah, the Four of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. You're like, nah, you're coming toward, you coming to me. You know, you give me 75, I'm gonna give you the rest. Seven of Swords. Yeah, Knight of Swords and the Ace of Cups. I feel like you know exactly what you want. So it's like you're kind of like holding back, right? It feels pretty new. Ace of Pentacles, Five of Swords, but be careful not to sabotage it. Queen of Pentacles, Three of Cups, and the Two of Swords. Be careful not to sabotage it, not to like judge someone very quickly. All right. This is a situation where I do feel like there's certain conversations that is very important, but I feel like it's more so let someone show you better than they can tell you, right? Don't judge someone so quickly because Five of Swords is here. There's a sabotage, the Star, the Ace of Wands, and a Five of Wands. Five of Wands, the World. Yeah, the Seven of Wands. I feel like you could be quick to kind of cut somebody off. And it feels like from some kind of past trauma. I don't really see this person here giving you some kind of justification, or they're giving you there's it doesn't feel as if this person is giving the reason to cut them off. All right, so just be very careful to not involve the past hurt or the past pain and kind of like categorizing everyone, right, in like everybody's shitty, or all men are shitty, or all women are shitty, or something like that. What's the Empress? The Six of the Sun, the Justice, and the Six of Pentacles. The Temperance, the High Priestess, and the Page of Pentacles. Follow your intuition. All right, be guided. I get it. Treat people accordingly, but still remain in your High Priestess and the Empress energy. The High Priestess and the Empress don't need to be defensive. They don't need to be defensive. They kind of just more so observe. They're mysterious. All right. But with the King of Cups in reverse, there's something about emotional manipulation here. So be very careful. Tell me about this person. Page of Swords, Six of Swords, and a Four of Wands. I feel like they're very curious too about you. Page of Swords, Six of Swords, Four of Wands. Let's see where we can go. It feels intentional. So I feel like there's a need to be kind of discerning and realize if this is like your PTSD kicking in, or is this actually someone giving you a valid reason of to really cut them off, or to be defensive, or to, speak to them a certain way. For the Capricorns, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What's this week looking like for the Capricorns? Hey, Terry. Hey, Annette. Scorpio, if you're done betraying yourself, double tap. For the Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What's this week looking like for the Capricorns? Oh, the Sun and the Temperance. Okay. Feels like a very peaceful week. Kumbaya, Ace of Cups, Knight of Wands. Okay. Leo, Sagittarius energy. And the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Four of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Two of Wands, Knight of Wands, Queen of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, let's see. Ten of Swords. Okay. Ace of Wands, Death, Ten of Cups, and the Five of Pentacles. Capricorn, I got this for you. I want to say last week. I got this for you last week with your superficial ass. All right. You're holding back from someone. There's a new beginning here, but you're holding back. I just don't understand. Let's see. What's the Sun of the Temperance? Four of Wands. I don't know. There's somebody with the Ace of Cups in your energy that wants to give you love, but I see you ending it. And because Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Ten of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles. For most of you, there is a superficial energy here. For most of you, you feel like someone is broke. Okay. I mean, I'm no one to judge. I get it. For most of you, it has a lot to do with the finances. You're like, yeah, no, this is not going to work. I can't be with no broke person. I can't be with someone that's making less than me, whatever that is. For others of you, this could be with the Knight of Wands, Nine of Cups. You may feel like someone is not dating with intention. Queen of Pentacles in reverse, High Priestess. You could feel like someone may have like some kind of secret there, or they're being very mysterious. They're not giving you, they may not be intentional. Maybe you and this person don't have the same wants or the same goals or the same similarities, all right, around commitment or something like that. So there's an ending here. I see you holding back from someone. Magician, Gemini energy. And I see you kind of keeping your peace. I got to tell you, your money's looking hella good. Some of you guys could be starting something new, starting a new job. Chariot, there could be a lot of success in your energy. Money could just be, you could be, just doing extremely well. All right. Yeah. And I feel like maybe for you, broke is just not something that you're going to tolerate. Right. I feel like when we date or when we're looking for love, it's the things that we will tolerate, the deal breakers versus the things that we will, right? And I feel like maybe there's a deal breaker here that you feel like with the High Priestess, like I want to live a certain lifestyle and this person can't give it to me. For others of you, this doesn't resonate. This could just be that someone here, there's something that not shared values or not shared outlooks on life, something like that. What's the Knight of Wands, Ten of Cups, and the Queen of Cups? The Four of Swords, the King of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. Eight of Wands, Five of Cups. I don't really see you holding back. I see you really expressing this. Like, nah, this is a no-go. You may be hurting somebody's feelings this week. Anything else for the Capricorns this week? The Six of Cups, the Five of Swords, the Three of Wands, the Three of Swords, the Judgment, and the Six of Swords. For those of you that are waiting for someone to come back from the past, because the Queen of Pentacles in reverse can be you. I don't really think you need much of an excuse to kind of like say bye to somebody if you're not over someone. Just be careful to not compare your past person to now the new, right? because they're in your past for a reason. What is that like when people are like, "Oh, you'll never find somebody like me." Like that's the whole point. That's the whole point, to actually do better, okay? Because for some of you there is someone holding you back, whether it's consciously or subconsciously. You could be holding a hot seat for someone in your past, and maybe that's why your outlook is like that towards the new. So maybe the question here, and many of you not gonna like this. If before you hurt somebody's feelings, are you ready to date? Are you using the whole financial excuse, or I don't like the color of your shirt today, as kind of bailing out on someone? Or is the real reason because you're still stuck on someone from your past? Now, I mean, I don't feel like this is someone doing this to you, but maybe that's the question here for you this week. Queen of Pentacles in reverse, the Moon, the Six of Wands, and the Hangman, the Ten of Wands, the World, and yeah, there's an ending here from someone that you were giving your time and attention to at one point. You can't see a future with this person. Empress, Eight of Pentacles, again in the Four of Cups. You don't see how this is going to work. And here goes. And there's nothing being, your energy being bougie, but it is coming up a bit superficial. I mean, if there is no instant attraction, that's one thing. But I feel like I'm speaking to a Capricorn that has been entertaining the situation. I think that the question is, are you ready to date? And if you are, then what are your deal breakers, and what, are the things that you're going to be willing to tolerate? Anything else here for the Capricorns this week? The Queen of Pentacles, the King of Wands, fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Justice and the Death, the Eight of Swords, the Sun, the Ten of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, and the Nine of Wands. Some of you guys may be waiting for someone to return. All right, Nine of Wands and a Death. I don't see you really closing out a cycle with someone here from your past. Eight of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, yeah. Two of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. So you could be right now at limbo about commitment. All right. Now, if this doesn't resonate with you, it just doesn't. All right. Don't forget to watch your moon and your rising. Many of you are not going to like this message, but that's what I see, and I'm going to read it the way I see it. Taurus, what's the Hierophant and Ten of Pentacles? The Knight of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Page of Swords. What's the Knight of Wands? The Judgment, the Ace of Wands, and the Three of Swords. What's the High Priestess? The Ten of Wands. Yeah, this is an energy of not even your intuition. This is a Capricorn that's still holding on to someone from the past. Could be comparing this person, new people, to this person from the past. I get it. It's just so like, I guess the energy is like, it's very contradicting, because it's like you want new love, but I don't feel like some of you guys maybe fully release someone else yet. If you're comparing them, if you want someone like that person, you know what I mean? Because then why would that person be someone from your past? I don't know. There's something like that here. It's like you want new love, but I don't feel like there's an energy of not being ready, but then you question, why is the love situation stagnant? Something like that. Hi, Bridget. Hey, Ivy. All right, Aquarius. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Aquarius, what's this week looking like for the Aquarius? Queen of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Page of Pentacles. Five of Cups, and the High Priestess, Pisces, Virgo, King of Pentacles, King of Wands, Eight of Swords, the Justice, and the Nine of Pentacles, Six of Cups, Judgment, Two of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, heavy twin flame energy. If you resonate with that, Three of Cups at the bottom of the deck, King and the Queen of Wands, King and the Queen of Pentacles here. Aquarius, I mean, this is very textbook. There's an apology here from someone. This heavy someone that you have a soul contract with, and I feel like taking someone back, it creates a big conflict within you. Two of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords. I really feel like you're in your head about this because I feel like this person, I mean, disappointed you. Five of Cups at one point. Okay, they could have really hurt you in, your emotions or something like that. They could have left you in a very like negative space. And I feel like in the midst of all this is someone that you've already emotionally disconnected from or healed from. All right, so with the High Priestess, the Queen of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles, I do see you making a decision though based on your intuition and confidence. All right. What does this person want? The Seven of Cups, the Hangman, and the Star. They're trying to shift something. They're trying to shift your perception here. Tower, Ten of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Eight of Wands. This person could be really coming in with like doing the most, okay? With like an engagement, like, hey, let's get married, something like that. They're coming in really strong here. King and Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, the Seven of Cups and the Eight of Wands, Six of Swords. I feel like when this communication comes in, though, it confuses you. What's the Judgment? Knight of Wands. What's the Knight of Wands? Four of Swords and the Nine of Wands, because they're coming in a bit forceful or aggressive. Again, they're coming in very passionately. We'll put it that way. And it's putting you in a very like confused mental state. Like, wait, this is someone that I had to pick up the pieces. I had to kind of pick my heart back up, attach it, put it back together. And here they are coming towards me again. For some of you, this could definitely be family as well. All right. Family that has disappointed you. For some of you, this could be your own parents. All right. Someone that's trying to make amends. And I feel like you're trying to kind of do the right thing here. What's the Two of Wands? The Two of Swords, the Four of Wands, and the Six of Wands. What's the Two of Swords? The Page of Swords, the Chariot, and the Four of Swords. I'm not sure how quickly you will be to allow this person back into your space, all right, into your home, into your energy. All right, but there may be something here where you feel like maybe a conversation is warranted with this person. For some of you, this could be a friend, this could be a family member. It feels like someone though that you are very much attached to, that you love very much, okay? Because I do see you kind of being stressed about this, and I feel like you're trying to do what's best for you. You're putting you first. Nine of Pentacles, High Priestess, Queen of Swords. You're being very logical about this. The Star, the Seven of Cups, and the Four of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, the Tower, and the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups, the Hangman, the Ten of Wands, yeah, and the Ten of Swords. But I feel like there's also a fear here of not getting hurt by this person again. It's like giving you a bullet all over again, right? Handing you a loaded gun. The Temperance, the Nine of Cups, yeah, and the Hierophant. Taurus energy. I have Gemini, Scorpio, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Sagittarius, Pisces, Virgo, Cancer, Scorpio, Aquarius, water sign, air sign, Pisces, Virgo, Sagittarius. Pisces, for the Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. For the Pisces, what's this week looking like for the Pisces? Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, JCC. Thank you, Gray, Leo. Sorry, I can't see the gifts because I'm on like a whole like restreaming platform here. So I only see when Someone says thank you. I appreciate you guys. I'm not being ungrateful. I just really can't see it through this platform, but I appreciate all of you. Thank you again. For the Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, what's this week looking like? The Page of Pentacles in reverse and the King of Wands, fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. The Page of Wands and the Judgment. The Two of Wands, the Five of Wands, and the Five of Cups. Page of Pentacles in reverse, Ace of Cups. King of Wands, Eight of Pentacles. Page of Wands, the Moon, the Judgment, the Two of Cups, Two of Wands, Knight of Wands, Five of Wands, Four of Swords, Five of Cups, and the Three of Cups. Where's the Pisces in this, and what are they going to do? The Sun, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles, Eight of Cups. Some of you guys could be a bit concerned around finances this week. All right. Especially maybe around how you're gonna pay your mortgage, your rent, or something like that. Or there could be an expense that you owe and you're like, damn, how am I gonna get this done? Page of Pentacles in reverse, the Fool. What's the Ace of Cups? The Hermit. There's someone here, Pisces, that you don't trust. But some of you guys could be going against the grain and your own better judgment. This is definitely something here that with this person, you overthink a lot. I see you having a conversation with them. A Five of Cups, Seven of Wands, Three of Cups, Three of Swords, Five of Swords, and a Four of Pentacles. I see you holding back, but I see the conversation. King of Pentacles could be with an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. What's the Page of Pentacles in reverse? The Devil, the Justice, and the Queen of Pentacles. This could be someone that made some kind of false promises. All right, this is someone that you could, with the Devil and the Justice, this was someone that you gave a lot of chances to. Queen of Pentacles, somebody could be non-committal as well. All right, Eight of Cups, the Star, and the Ten of Cups. Some of you guys saw yourself probably moving into a situation or moving into some kind of relationship with this person. I kind of see you going back and forth about it, and you're trying to follow your intuition. The Lovers, the Six of Pentacles, and the Magician, the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, and the Star. Some of you guys are like thinking on, damn, is this time going to be different? But I feel like with the Page of Pentacles in reverse and the Fool, this is you kind of jumping into the situation right away would be careless on your end. All right. Because with the Page of Pentacles in reverse, it speaks about someone that it almost feels like false promises. You could also be feeling like maybe they've changed this time, and if I don't give them another chance, would I ever be able to see it? There's almost like a wanting for something to work, but it's almost like against your better judgment. I'm gonna pull another energy because that was very quick and kind of to the point. Capricorn, Gemini, Sagittarius, Aquarius, fire sign, Leo, Gemini, Earth, Libra, Capricorn, Aries, Pisces, Scorpio, Virgo, Aquarius, and fire sign. Anything else? Anything else? Anything else for the Pisces? Anything else for the Pisces this week? Anything else for the Pisces this week? Nine of Pentacles, the High Priestess. Okay, that was Strength in reverse, Six of Cups in reverse, and the Queen of Swords in reverse. It's like you're trying to move towards something in confidence, but you're still like doubting yourself. Judgment, the Seven of Pentacles, yeah, and the Two of Pentacles. Like you're overthinking something here. Tower, Eight of Cups, Five of Wands, Temperance, and the Wheel of Fortune. Knight of Wands. What's the Tower? Yeah, the Strength, Leo energy, Scorpio energy, Queen of Swords. So there's like a conversation And it feels as if like you feel like you could be confident about the situation. I feel like, what other sign did I get this for? Scorpio. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Scorpio. You have a very strong Scorpio placement. It's like, you feel like there's a disappointment here. A fire sign at the bottom of the deck. Pisces, Cancer, Aries, Leo, Sag. It feels as if Pisces, Seven of Pentacles and the Temperance is like you invested time and effort. You wanted someone to see you, but this person is like, you're not being seen in this situation. And it feels like with the Three of Wands, you've waited, you've been patient with the situation to evolve. All right. And it feels like this person is coming back in, and your intuition is like, yo, Five of Pentacles, leave that shit out there where they belong. Eight of Cups, emotionally withdraw. But I see you taking a leap of faith, even though with the Five of Wands is against your better judgment. I see you entertaining someone, even though you realize Three of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, Five of Cups, and the Temperance. Already the time that you've invested that you kind of got nowhere with, right? The fact that what do you have now when you look back with this person? And that's absolutely nothing, even though you know this. I see you kind of jumping at the opportunity. And it's because that same energy, what if this time it's different? Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Wheel of Fortune. What if this time it's real, right? Ten of Swords, Hangman, and the Six of Swords. Yeah, Nine of Cups, Seven of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles. What if this time this person is really going to show up for me? Seven of Wands, Four of Cups. You know what? I will tell you this. There needs to be boundaries, right? Like, I'm nobody to tell you not to entertain this. I'm not in your shoes, right? Nobody feels how you feel when you go to sleep at night by yourself, or, with that heavy heart, with the overthinking. What I will tell you is this: keep your boundaries up. With the Eight of Pentacles, let this person show you the effort if this is what you want, right? Queen of Cups. Yeah. The Moon, because I feel like, again, jumping back into something so quickly and having all these insecurities, right? I don't even feel like this person is addressing these issues, these insecurities. They're not providing any kind of reassurance. Page of Cups, Queen of Wands, Five of Swords, King of Wands, King of Swords, and the Three of Swords. Somebody could be just pretty cold, detached, and they may even see you with tears in your eyes, and someone is really just like Knight of Swords, like inconsiderate. We'll put it that way. The Hermit, the Chariot, yeah, and the World. Somebody could be a bit selfish. All right. So, Pisces, think about it 3 times. Pisces, if you're not letting nobody play you, double tap to affirm. That's what NN said, guys. Oh my God, NN, you are a trip. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you so much for holding me down, sis. I appreciate you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for the gifts. Again, a quick announcement for only 20 people. I think there's about 10 left. All right. I just launched another candle. All right. I have a big percentage. It's like pretty much almost free at this point. If you go to my community board, if you go to my IG story, you will find the promo code to get that candle if you're interested. All right, there's about 10 more left. I did it for like the first 10 people, and I think I already got 10 orders. So go ahead and jump on that deal. Yes, thank you so much, guys, for showing me love. All right, I will be back on for the members tomorrow. All right, so don't forget to catch me there. We're gonna do you versus your person weekly energy check. For those of you that haven't joined the membership, join it. It's pretty cheap. I think it's about $3.99 or $4.99 or something like that if you join from your desktop or your laptop. All right. Apple phone, you'll pay a little bit more. All right, guys, have a wonderful night. And yeah, take care. Don't forget to keep your karma balanced. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and let me know what you think.